Hello everybody, my name is Dokkan here. Welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan. I kind of wanted to try a little Markiplier-esque kind of intro. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. I'm just kidding. Welcome back into another Dokkan Battle video. So today we're going to be testing out the EZA for Android 13 here. Ah man, what can I say about this unit? he's okay, he's decent. He's not like, oh my god, he's crazy, but he's gonna be pretty decent on some of these like events. The unfortunate part of this unit is that he is only able to get like raw defensive stats instead of like, oh, he gets damage reduction, he gets extra defense upon getting hit and stuff like that. It's an unfortunate scenario, man, because I really did wish that this guy was gonna be, I guess, a good addition, I guess we will call it, for the Androids team, but it doesn't seem like it. So I try to give him a little bit of extra defensive capabilities. I don't have a lot of like defensive skill orbs for him. So I guess this build would possibly work out. We will try to test things through. So we're gonna go over to the Shadow Dragons event here, and we'll test things through. We'll see how well our boy is able to fare here. So his best linking partner, of course, is his transformed self, but we're not going to be running this guy as a leader because we're on a 200% leader skill team. So we should be able to be sitting pretty with his 200% leads and stuff like that. So so right now he's at 407k defense. So at the start of turn, all of his defensive stats are going to be looking pretty nice. So he stacks defense on super attack, causes immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense with a high chance of stunning. Now the stun doesn't matter quite too much because again there's not a lot of enemies at this rate that you can be able to fight that has the defensive capabilities or the the ability for you to defend yourself by stunning the enemy, because they're not gonna allow you to stun them. This is a interesting one. I kind of wanted to, I might just float off 21. They link up pretty well together. So they get androids, Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Nightmare, and Fierce Battle. What is Metamorphosis? So it's an additional attack and defense plus 10%. Okay. So we will do this. I don't think we're gonna die immediately, so we'll check things through. Yeah, 407k defense at the start of turn, always pretty good to see. But it's just his raw ability, his raw stats. So we'll see if we get, if by ever the off chance we get super attack on slot 2, and we get like either a dodge or he gets like 2 super attacks off or triple super. We'll check and see. So 5.79 million. Not the craziest. So he's not going to be doing too much damage unless you're facing these conditions, man. So let's talk about his passive. Power of Animosity. He gets attack and defense plus 130% at the start of the turn. He also gets an additional attack and defense plus 130% when HP is 30% or more. He provides androids or target Goku category allies key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 30%, which is it's pretty good that we get to see these units like get support. Because I feel like it helps the team overall. I feel like this was very needed from Android 13 to get some support, because it will be a very good build up for the team. There's not a lot of like defensive capabilities, and we need those nowadays, because we got 17 who's able to provide like what, 70% defense on his passive. Yeah, he provides 60% attack, 60% defense, and he gets an additional defense plus 17% for there. So but not only that, this 21 who recently came out, she's a key plus 2 support unit, which we kind of wish that she provided more support rather than just key plus 2, but it is what it is. I will possibly, I don't want to float. Try float off 17. I do kind of want to see how 17 fares alongside the Android 13. See how well they link up. Plus, the additional defense they can get is going to be pretty good. But yeah, units that can provide support will make the team a little bit more viable, because it's not, you're not going to run them as just like solid stats. They can be able to get some additional abilities because of the support that they are providing, or they're being provided. All right, so this is going to be a pretty good turn. Remember, we do get big bad bosses alongside the Evil 21. So this is a pretty good turn. We have everything active except for Red Ribbon Army, which is an additional attack and defense plus 10%. But as you guys can see, this is the lineup. Most of these units are not going to be pretty good. We do... They kind of had a wasted opportunity. You guys see the guy underneath... you know, these two units underneath Gamma 2, the Dokkan Fest one. So Android 14 and Android 15, they're only free-to-play characters. I wish that we had a summonable version of them that can be sort of like an Amon and Raisin type unit. A unit that can, you know, be able to help out Android 13. But maybe they can leave it off for another, like, event or another Dokkan Fest. So 631k defense, that's very good. So let's do this right here. So Android 13 linking up with 21, they share 5 links together. So Red Ribbon Army, Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Those are his links. So this is gonna be a pretty good turn here. But we don't have support. I don't know. No, the Evil 21 doesn't support. So this is gonna be a pretty good turn to see how much is the damage that our boy 13 is able to put out. Keep in mind that he's just, you know, getting defense. So on his super attack. So 6.79. Just an additional normal. Can we get the super? No. Okay. So let me continue with his passive. The attacks are guaranteed to hit. So if in any case there's a unit that dodges any attacks, they're not gonna be able to dodge it, you know, because they're gonna be guaranteed to hit. And there are some units in there, like Janemba. I know that Omega Shenron, whenever we get him, there are gonna be fights where he can dodge. So that will be pretty helpful, I guess, whenever we get Omega. And yeah, it'll be pretty nice to have that as an ability. He launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack when there's an enemy whose name includes Goku. Now, here's where the downward spiral goes. There's not a lot of Goku enemies in the game. So kind of difficult to get that activated unless you're going into like the legendary Goku event, which a lot of people suggested to go on it on stream. So we might actually do that just for the sake of looking at how that will work. But not even that. It's like he gets an additional attack that is a 50% chance of becoming a super. It's not even a guaranteed super attack if you're facing a Goku enemy. Like, they made it so it was just going to be tedious. That could have been a guaranteed additional. Easily could have been a guaranteed additional super if you're facing a Goku enemy. But I don't know what they were thinking about. So after a few certain turns, he's able to transform into Fusion Android 13, right? So he absorbs Android 14 and Android 15's parts and transforms when there are another 2 or more Android's category allies on the team, starting from the 5th turn from the start of the battle. So now we have our boy Android 13 gonna be popping off here. So I got 5 out of 7 links active here. Of course, the best linking partner is going to be this 21. How's our defense looking like? So 552 and then a million defense. Okay. Yeah, this is what something that can happen. This is raw defensive stats, right? So upon transformation, we get key +3 and attack and defense plus 130%. His super attack changes, by the way. It is going to be the SS Deadly Hammer. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. Massively lower defense, it has a high chance of stunning the enemy. Again, not gonna be too useful because of these fights. They're gonna be tough and they don't allow you to stun. So kind of useless. He gets an additional attack and defense plus 145% when HP is 30% or more. Metamorphosis is a very important link, by the way, because again, it says 5% heal. So that's gonna be pretty good with these androids. They get an additional attack and defense plus 13% per target Goku or android's category ally on the team, depending on which category has more members. Attacks are guaranteed to hit and disables enemy's guard. You know, I don't feel like that's gonna be useful. Then he's able to launch an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. You guys remember that passive in the pre-transform version of him? It has to be whenever you're facing a Goku enemy, but this time he just has that naturally. And then he gets an additional 50% attack and a 50% chance of performing a critical hit when there's a Super Saiyan category enemy, which we're not fighting today. I might have to go into a different stage and see how well that could look. Then he also gets an additional attack plus 100% and performs a critical hit when there's an enemy whose name includes Goku. It's a lot of conditions to have to face a Goku and everything like that, which kind of bothers me a lot. Because, oh, you gotta face a Goku for this to happen. Hello? The only tough fights that we have for Goku are Dokkan events and Legendary Goku events. That's it. That's all we have. And not even that. You can't even go to the GT one because it's not that difficult. I feel like you will only have Super Saiyan GT Goku to fight. Because you can't go over to the, you know, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and then the Osaru. So 7.9 was it? Okay, that's the additional 8.4. Pretty good. That was the 50% chance. And we can be able to get another one because of the hidden potential. Can we get it? No, we did not. Okay. I know that some people opted to go for the additionals just because of, you know, the chances of him doing more attacks and stuff like that. But I decided to go a little bit more defensive. So, man, I don't know. He can be solid. There are gonna be some instances where this guy could be pretty good. But man, if he doesn't come through with the additional attacks that can help us raise our defense more and have those abilities to continuously stack his defense and all that, then we're pretty much on the bad stroll. So if we get those additional attacks on his preformed status, he can carry over that defense on his transform version. That's why we had 1,000,000 defense. But it's just raw stats. He doesn't get damage reduction. He doesn't get guard after transformation. He's not getting any additional attack and defense upon getting hit. He's not getting anything. This is like getting raw stats, which is it's somewhat okay, but it doesn't. You don't have a safety net. You're basically relying on his raw stats. And depending on how many attacks that he can be able to put out on the beginning of things before he transforms, that is going to be the deciding factor whether he will sell or he will actually look pretty good. So, I guess we can, let's see this turn real quick. We got sealed. Okay. That actually is much better. So, we still get the same 5 out of 7 links. So let me go over to a Goku enemy and see how well we can look at this. Because, again, there's not a lot of tough Goku fights in this game. We gotta take what we can get. So I might just, I'll be right back. We'll see how this works. Okay, here we are, guys. A little throwback at ya. We are using Fusion Android 13, or, you know, normal 13, because he hasn't transformed yet, up against the Goku event, the legendary Goku event. Wow, what a throwback, dude. It's stupid. So, all right, we link a little bit more with 21 here. We're getting the extra defensive support. So right now we're at 469,000 defense. Now here's the kicker. Before transformation, Android 13 is able to put out an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack where there's an enemy whose name includes Goku. So possibly, we get a triple super turn, guys. Isn't that fun? Isn't that amazing? A triple super turn? Can that be possible? By our boy 13. Yeah, 5.1 million. That's not that crazy. Not that crazy. Again, he's gonna be more on the defensive side of things. He only gave us the additional, and he didn't give us the hidden potential one. That was kind of bad. That is one of the worst scenarios that you can get. Like, he has 17 additional, and I haven't seen him like double super. Man, that's pretty bad. that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. That was the perfect case scenario for him. So, all right, the next turn, we should be able to get. I'm just gonna try to speed things up because again, this is not a difficult event. On the next turn, we should be able to get most of his links active because we got Evil 21 in there. We can get Big Bad Bosses up. That could be pretty good. And again, we're facing a Super Saiyan Goku, right? On 13's transform version, I'm actually gonna try to not. Actually, this should feel like. If we get to God Goku. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Because if we get to God Goku, we're literally not going to be able to have him as a Super Saiyan anymore. So we will not have 13's effect after transformation because we're just destroying this fight. So, all right, we'll see. All right. So again, 631k defense right there. Again, raw defensive stats. That looks good. However, can we get the mythical three super attack or triple super turn? That is the question. Come on, 13. This is an easy fight. Yeah, 6.19. He's not racing attack on his super attack, by the way. These are all of the links that we can get active. Additional normal, and we got the hidden potential additional super. Again, it could have been a triple super turn right there, but he decided not to do that. So now let me see. I actually want to look things up because I guess he can still be Super Saiyans up until blue. Oh man, this is a stack rotation. We will just kill. God dang it. I'm gonna try and gonna try not to collect as many key spheres as possible, man, because we're clearing house. This is an easy event. Global Dokkan, you can be able to throw out a Goku enemy, man. You can be able to do just not like this, man, where it's just easy. All right, they're just gonna finish things off with it. Okay, I guess we're facing blue Super Saiyan Blue Goku, right, guys? Right? I hate those conditions, man. It's the same thing with Turles. It's the same thing with Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero. The same thing with the androids. You had to face a Goku so they can get an extra buff. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It just makes me angry that we have to face this fight. It doesn't show what you guys want to see, where this 13 is showing his full potential, you know? Alright, so we got him transformed. Now, we should be able to get the extra attack stat because we're facing a Super Saiyan's enemy and we're facing a Goku. So right now we're at a 1.1 million defense. Again, the super attacks that you do prior to transformation, they will carry over to his transformed state, which is very good. I guess we can leave him on the front side and we can transform with this Evil 21. I can have this on camera, sure. Alright.
Alrighty.
Let's see what 13 is all about. So we don't have we only have the key support. We're not getting any like attack and defense. It's all because of his links and stuff like that. So again, we should be getting everything active, right? We should be getting the extra attack stats. You know, key +3, attack and defense +130% at the start of the turn. We're getting attack and defense +145%. We're getting 13% per target Goku or Android's category ally on the team. If you multiply that by, I want to say 5. I don't know if we count him. That's... We're getting 65 attack and defense. We're getting the additional attack plus 50% and a 50% chance to performing a crit because we're facing a Super Saiyan's category enemy. And we're getting an additional attack plus 100%. So he's getting a lot of raw stats. And we're linking up pretty well here. So we're getting a lot of attack, a lot of defense because of his links right there. Attack and defense plus 25%, attack plus 20%, attack and defense plus 10%. Like we're getting a lot because of these links. So let's see what we can be able to dish out here. Come on, 13. 10 million. 10 million. Okay, 10.4. Not bad. That's with all of the raw stats that he's getting. There's the chance of doing the crit. That's not bad. Not an additional super attack. That's pretty bad, you know. Because this could be death. If we're facing Samasu, this is death. 1.1 million K defense, no damage reduction, no extra stats. Like, nah, man. So yeah, it's a doozy, a little bit of a doozy right there. So yeah, let me know. I'll finish up over here, man. 13. I will put him above Jiren, but I'm not gonna put him above like 17 or physical Beerus or any of those units, because they actually can be able to do pretty good things, right? Like Beerus gets 70% damage reduction. Meanwhile, this guy's just getting a lot of raw defensive stats. It's okay, but it's not gonna help you out in the long run. You gotta be dependent on him to do his super attacks, otherwise he's not gonna be looking pretty good. He doesn't raise defense on his super, so you're basically getting the defensive stats that you had prior to transformation to carry over here for him to actually look decent. So yeah, I feel like it's an unfortunate release, or an unfortunate ECA. He can be a little bit underwhelming. He can be good at times if the turn goes the way that you want it, but there are going to be some instances where he's gonna like fall off and he's not going to be looking good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Android 13 is EZA. Is something to talk about. So if you guys think of anything different, let me know down in the comments. I don't know where else I can test this guy out so it can fulfill the conditions that needs to be fulfilled in order for him to get the extra additional stats that he gets by facing those category enemies or just facing a Goku enemy. But if we take him like into Fusion Samasu or Goku Black or things like that, I feel like he will struggle once he gets into this transform version. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys all, hopefully, in the next video. Bye-bye.